What's good, guys? Today, got some boxes and a big tin of oil. Hang on. Let's try to carry all of this and vlog. Yep, cool. We also got some oil here, you know, just casual stuff. Let me put this down. Okay, so this is what we got. We got some Takumi High Performance 10W60 engine oil. It's coming into summer, so always run a little bit of a heavier weight when you go into summer, higher temps and stuff like that. A lot of people in Japan, they also run like 15W50, but I don't mind the 10W60. We got our oil filter and our car tampon. We're going to be doing a little bit of maintenance on this thing today, so we're going to bring it up, we're going to do the oil, and then we're going to change some mounting and stuff like that for my digital dash that's in here. Can you see that with the reflection? Now you kind of can there. Yeah, you see it? All right, cool. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to get started on that, and yeah, car maintenance, yay! So step one, I'm going to need some ramps. I mean, while my car is kind of high and actually Ebisu spec, I do need to bring it up on ramps so that I can get under there, because I'm not skinny enough to get under that. So I'm gonna put those on there. We're gonna drive up on them, and then we gotta kind of jack the car up a bit. I am gonna drive the car, but don't freak out, you guys. I'm not driving illegally. We're on a private driveway. If I was to go down there, then that would be illegal. All right, I'd get in trouble. If I can find my key, there we go. I am kind of excited though that I get to drive my car on ramps. It's been so long. All right. Oh yeah, this new NRG wheel, pretty pumped about that. Also, a lot of you guys have been asking where to get this. It's literally just a flexible hook thing I got from a 100 yen store, like a dollar store here in Japan, and I then just bent it to the right hook that I needed, and I hook it up, around, and in there, and then it just kind of dangles down there perfectly for my wheel. So yeah, I've seen a lot of other people do that here in Japan too, so that I kind of just copied them. So yeah, cool. We're gonna drive this thing up on the ramps, keep the door open, see where we're at. Handbrake off sounds like a good idea. There we go. Now we can have fun. So I thought I was gonna have to jack up the front of the car, but it looks like the ramp is just enough for me to get down and slide the tampon box in there and everything. So we'll be good there. Before we drain the oil out of the sump though, I like to do my filter first. Mine's right here, my oil filter relocation, thermostat blocks, and oil cooler kit. It pops out right here, so really nice and easy. So what we're gonna do is open our car tampon box. I've covered these a lot in previous videos. It's really simple. It's just a box full of absorbing stuff, and we just call them car tampons here. Cool. Slide that under there. Make sure it's all lined up. You can look through there if you want. Lined up so it's going to catch any oil that spills out of there, because it's going to happen. And oh man, that's on there tight. Oh wow, that's on there really tight. Okay, might need to get my oil filter removing tool. All right, I got it nice and loose. All I did was I let the engine idle for a bit, so it got nice and warm, and then she freed right up. Yeah, look at that gunky black oil coming out. There we go. Let's get this thing out and put that new one in. I get these oil filters off Amazon pretty cheap. They're like just like a generic branded kind of one here, and you get like a pack of 5 for $30. So it works out pretty good, and they're the small compact ones as well, which is good for, you know, saving space in my bumper. The big ones do fit, but I have a bit of difficulty sometimes getting them in and out. Like I sometimes have to remove this intercooler piping, which sucks. So I kind of like the small profile ones. And we'll just kind of slip that in there. Look through there. I would normally put like, you know, run a bit of oil around the O-ring, but because I haven't cleaned any of the oil up there yet, we're just gonna let that old oil there kind of lubricate the filter. If I can line this up with my left hand, that would be amazing, hey? But I'm not that great apparently at this. Ah, there we go, we got it. We good now, lads. All right, so I'm gonna screw that on. Once it's nice and firm, I'll clean it all off with some brake cleaner, and then we'll drain the sump. All nice and clean now. Now we'll get that sump done. Now, because I've let the car idle as well, the oil is going to be obviously nice and hot. So be a little bit careful with that, guys. We got it. Here we go. About to burn the crap out of my hand. I can predict the future right now. I can feel it about to happen. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, we didn't get any oil on my hand. I'm so proud of myself right now. Good job, SAMMIT. All right, now I'm gonna go put a new crush washer on this while that's draining, and then we'll get back to it. And now we gotta play the waiting game while we wait for all the oil to drain out of the sump, which is why I also let the car run a little bit, like 10-15 minutes before I do this, because the oil's hotter, it's runnier, flows better. So while we're doing that, I figured we could talk about a couple things. First of all, a couple videos back when I changed my NRG steering wheel and I said maybe I'll give it away, the old one with all the crustiness to it. I was not expecting so many people wanting that. I got so many messages, so many people commenting, so many people DMing me. It was insane. So I figured it would only be fair that I give it away to the person who DM'd me first out of everyone, and that was a guy called Callum in New South Wales. So I'm going to be sending that out to him. So massive shout out to you, buddy. That'll go out to him mid this week, and he wanted me to sign it as well, so that's pretty cool. It also got me thinking in the future when I want to give away things like that, old parts off my cars and stuff like that. I think it's best that I actually offer it to my Patreon supporters. So for all of you guys, I think that's a little bit fairer for me to do that because they're supporting me month by month, right? So if you guys want to support me over on Patreon, link is down in the description, check it out. And then also, I probably need to talk about the car review video that I put up yesterday. I'm sorry if I upset a lot of people. I did put a disclaimer at the start. I was trolling and having a bit of fun. 4 doors do count, but it's just a joke and it's sarcasm. It's a meme. Please don't take me seriously. It was actually pretty funny. Your reactions obviously are pretty clear, but I didn't mean to upset anyone. So yeah, just thought I'd say that as well. It was a joke. Calm down, guys. We're all G. And I think that's enough time now. We can top up and put the new oil in. Let's do it. All right, let's pull this sucker out. And as you can see, car tampon has done its job. Now, the best thing about this here in Japan is you literally scrunch it up. They provide you a zip tie, you tie it off, close the box, and it just goes out there with the trash on Monday morning, and they pick it up. And that's that. So it's kind of a cool way to get rid of oil here. I really like it. I always do like to kind of check in the tops here too to see if there's any like metal shavings or anything like that caught. But I don't see anything there in any of the fabric. So that's a good sign. All right, now time to put the new fresh oil in. Where did I put that tin actually? Oh, it's right there. I'm blind. All right, cool. So we're gonna pour this in. Nice little metal cans over here. Oh, it's still nice and warm and hot, so be careful I don't burn myself. These things get so hot. That's the one thing I hate about that Tomei oil can, is that it burns your hand when the engine's warm. So we should probably do this on the ground because otherwise I'll spill oil everywhere, and I'm trying to do it one-handed. YouTuber life. Cool. Push that down. There we go. Engine oil acquired. Get the little flappy, I don't know, what do you call this, pour helper thing, I guess. And well, I'm gonna put the camera down because there's no way I'm gonna do this one-handed. So let's give it a crack. Just in case I make a mistake, I always like to cram some shop rags down here, just in case if it spills, those absorb it. So, a little pro tip for you guys. And the same just on this side as well, because last thing you want is any oil in any of those places. So, now let's give this a crack and try and not make a mess, hey? Oh man, look at that. Jimmy Oaks challenge, where you at? Where you at, Jimmy Oaks? Oh yeah, check it out. Hell yeah. Alright, so just having a quick look at the dipstick here. We're pretty much right on the money, just a little bit below the full mark. And that is because we're on the ramps. The moment we get off the ramps and that's level, we'll be right on the full mark. So that's perfect. You would have seen as well, there was still a little bit of like the older oil on the top. That's normal. That's just because you can never get it all out, and as the new oil goes in, it flushes it all out. That's kind of what it does. So gonna get this car off ramps, clean everything up, and then we're gonna move to the interior and sort out the mount for my digital dash. I had to get my other can of oil because once I got it off the ramps and started it up, let the oil pump through the empty filter and everything and fill all of that up. We're obviously not at the full level anymore, so we'll top up with that and then we'll go from there. Okay, so with my digital dash, pull this off the old mount here, there we go. We're changing all of this here and the circuit board on the back. All of that's changing to the newer version. This was all like the prototype testing stuff that I was testing for them. So time to change, as well as this mount. We use like a 3D printed kind of stick-on thing here with GoPro kind of mounting style things, and I mean it worked, it definitely worked, but it wasn't ideal. It sat too high, it was a bit flimsy and wobbly and stuff. So really glad that we're going to a new proper like steel mount, just like all the other digital dashes on the market have. One thing I do want to say as well is pretty much every mount for digital dashes you do have to like drill a hole here, so we're going to be doing that as well. But for now I need to disconnect all of this, which involves a tiny screwdriver there to do that. That's all changing to a plug now as well with the new stuff. So let's get to it. So I've completely disassembled my digital dash now. I do still need to disassemble it even more though, because this ends up moving with the new case. This is the old PCB that used to be on there, and this whole thing here was for the CAN bus to work, right? It's like the CAN bus controller. This is now changes to this, and this manages three things: accelerometer, GPS, and CAN bus, and it changes now to a very much nicer slimline backing case. This is what the old one used to look like. As you can see, big, bulky, and kind of looks like a prototype kind of thing. So anyways, we're going to change all of that over now. I'm going to pretty much give you updates as I go along, because it's probably going to take me about 30 minutes to an hour to do all of this, just because I want to triple check all the instructions and make sure I do everything right, because I don't want this falling apart or anything like that. You know what I mean? Let's get to it. So check this out, guys. This is the old case, right? That's what that used to look like. Look how thick and everything bulky that was. And this is the new case. Way nicer. So I'm going to fire it up really quickly now and just make sure everything's all good and it's working. And then what I'll do is I'll mount the bracket to the rear of it, which is what then goes to the steering column. So let's get this underway. Also, they sent me a free GPS sensor. This is epic because I can also use GPS for speed and the new map system and stuff on this as well. So go test it and then we'll go from there. So it's really dark outside now, but I got everything back together here in the interior, screens mounted up. So let's turn this on, moment of truth. Fingers crossed everything just works. Now it normally does take a few seconds before it boots up. Nothing. Great. Ah, there it is. Huzzah! And it's working. See, we've already got our temps and voltages and stuff like that working. So, hell yeah. Everything's all sick. Now, where does this look at with the steering wheel? Oh, dude, it fits in there so good. Before, the top of the screen was like being clipped off by the top of the wheel and I couldn't see like the dots and stuff. But now that looks awesome. I know it's hard to see because of how dark it is. Let me, there goes my iPhone. I had it sitting up on the sunrest as a light. That's a bit better, but yeah, like when I would look straight on, see how much lower that sits? It's all flush there now with the steering column, so it fits in there really well and I can see everything through the wheel. That's awesome. I'm so happy right now. I kind of want to just, what time is it at night? No, it's like 8:42. I can't go and start my engine right now for no reason and bother the neighbors. I want to be polite. So yeah, we're all mounted, good to go. It's pretty sturdy. Like, I mean, it's mounted to the plastic, so there is a bit of flex and stuff in it, but that's very standard. All dashes kind of mount like that. So I'm pretty keen to see what it's going to be like when I'm out on the track drifting. It definitely doesn't twist or anything, so that's good. But yeah, obviously I'm much happier with the position of where it's mounted in now. I think it's going to be much nicer. Alright, so I'm back upstairs. I'm going to start editing the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I mean, obviously it's like just normal maintenance stuff, but this stuff is important on cars. I always say this, it's the small things sometimes that count the most. Definitely was that, ticked off a few things on my list that I've been wanting to get done, and also it's just getting the car ready for when I get my license back in a couple weeks. I am so excited. Tomorrow is Monday, which is day one of the first class that I have to do, which is part of the whole like getting my license back earlier. It's gonna be insane. I just found out like from friends that have done it that they are gonna put me in a physical car and make me drive around a course and stuff. They have simulators and stuff that they want me to get in. And it seems like they don't really seem to care like if you get the questions wrong at the end of the day on the test. They more so care about whether or not you're willing to learn and change. So if you're like rebellious and you're not listening, falling asleep at your desk, you're not going to get a good score. So they said just as long as I show initiative and show that, you know, I want to learn and I want to be better and not lose my license next, then you should do really, really well. So it's only day 1 tomorrow. Day 2 I'm doing on the following Monday, and then after that I pretty much get my license back, bam, in the first couple days of August. So back on the road. I'm also, there's a drift event with Oka-chan at Tsukuba 1000. Now I am going to that no matter what, but I'm not sure if I'll be driving though. So I'm trying to find a friend who can drive my car to the event for me, because it's the last day of July. If once, you know, we get to the track, obviously I can drive, that's fine. But yeah, I just need to make sure that I can find someone first. If not, we're still going to hang out with Oka-chan and just have a good day at the track as well. But anyways, I'm ranting on. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, guys. If you have any questions or anything you want to say, drop it in the comment section. Love to hear your thoughts on everything. And yeah, I guess that kind of sums it up. I'm really, really jet lagged still. I get really sick and crash at about 7 p.m. at night, and my body just wakes up super energetic at like 5 a.m. in the morning. So it's killing me, but I'm slowly getting better. So bear with me. All right, cool. I talked a lot again. Worst outro ever. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Catch you in the next one. Ja mata ne.